Was it a one-time 86 thing or was it permanently?
Well, it's new owners, so the 86 list got erased when
okay.
Jeremy opened it. I think there's a few people back on it.
Is there a list?
Oh yeah, it's an actual list.
Oh, okay.
I think there should be a 43 list. I'm a teacher, and I think that some people just need warnings. So I think you should be on the 43 list first, and then you should be on the 86 list if you don't listen.
Yeah, unless you do something really egregious.
Yes, which, yeah, some people have. So, and are you from here?
Well, born in Mount Vernon, raised in Arlington, but yeah, now I live up on Garden of Eden Road.
Okay.
We live up on Garden of Eden Road.
Right. Yeah, Haley's here.
Yeah.
Yes, Haley. And your son is
Hans.
Hans, right?
Yes.
But you don't call him Hans.
No, we call him Peanut.
Why do you call him Peanut? Like, where does Hans come from, first of all?
Well, Hans.
Is it from Han Solo?
Is this on?
Yeah, but I'll just like edit.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
Is it a terrible story how you named him Hans?
Not at all.
No, I'm
not
just
at all.
kidding.
First of all, it's because Han is Han Solo. He is Hans with the S as part of the first name.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Am I talking close enough to the mic?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I can fix it if not.
No, yeah. So it's very simple why his name is Hans. His name is Hans. My brother's name is Hans, but he had a daughter, and so he didn't get to name his son Hans.
Oh, okay.
My father's name is Hans.
Oh.
My grandfather's name was Hans.
Okay.
Both the grandfathers, paternal and maternal, on the German side. So you get the drift.
Okay.
He's like Hans the Sixth.
So you're German.
Yes, on my dad's side. On my mom's side, I'm Norwegian.
Oh, okay. And what's Haley?
I think the same thing.
Really? Did you guys meet in Germany?
No, we didn't. We met in Snohomish.
Oh, okay.
But I think because like I know pretty darn well what I am.
Yeah.
Like I know the town that we came from in Germany.
Oh,
We're
cool.
Pretty. For example, Northern State Hospital up there.
Yeah.
My grandfather, he was a German immigrant. He was the last surviving founder of that hospital.
What?
Yeah, Hans Gruener.
Is he still around?
No, he died. He died in 2016.
Did he tell you like stories about?
Yeah. Well, also more people have told me stories and like tall tales.
Oh.
I mean, he would tell me stories. He would say like, he was a psychiatrist, and so he kind of believed that he could like medicate everything away, and so he would tell me about how like Italian men really loved tranquilizers for their wives, and stuff like that, But no, most of the stuff from like Northern State, I've just heard like tall tales and horror stories from other people of like.
Well, I have too, but I was wondering like maybe your grandpa knows like the real deal, like
I'm
what happened.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, like lobotomies and things like that.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't like cognizant enough at that time to be like, hey, so what went down at Northern State? Maybe I didn't want to know.
And how old are you?
28.
Oh, you're so young. Actually, Casey, my episode I just released today.
16 or something?
Casey's also 28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a bartender at the Hub.
Oh, okay.
But the story she has, she's lived enough for like a 40 or 50-year-old. It's amazing all the stuff she's done. But no, I was going to say, I feel like I'm 43. The older I get, the more I want to know about the history of Cedar Woolley, the history of, concrete, just the history of everything.
Yeah.
It's just really fascinating. So I wasn't really into that before, but I definitely am now.
Where are you from? You said you're Canadian.
Yeah, I'm from Vancouver Island.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I don't usually introduce guests. I just start talking. But you're a musician.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you on here. I joke that this whole podcast is just Jeremy wants me to advertise for the Hub. So that's why.
Do you work at the Hub?
I used to. I worked there in the summer. And then so Jeremy owns a few businesses in concrete. And I met him and his family in the summer. And I just really, him and his wife are amazing. His kids are amazing. And I love being up there. And so I want to support them as much as I can. And so when I said I wanted to do this podcast, he's like, oh, here's a list of guests that you should have. And I said, all these people are playing at the Hub soon.
So conflict of interest.
Every time I say the Hub, he has to pay me $20.
Really?
So feel free to mention. No, it's just a joke.
The Hub.
Once in a while, I might take a free cheeseburger. But no, I really enjoy it up there. And there's so much that's happening. Like, I don't know if you know, he bought the silos. and they're putting rock climbing walls on them.
Are the silos the big things?
Yeah, on Highway 20.
Like that you see, like.
Yeah, where it says "Welcome to Concrete."
Yeah.
Yeah, they started installing holds for rock climbing.
Really?
Yeah, his daughter's really into rock climbing. Gwen's amazing. She's 12 and she's the coolest. Like, I think Olive's cool. Gwen's much cooler. She's really awesome.
What's the age difference between Olive and Gwen?
Gwen is 12 and Olive's 10.
Oh, okay.
Like, when I work at the liquor store that Jeremy also owns across the street from the Hub on Saturdays, and I usually bring Olive with me, and Olive and Gwen, they'll take the e-bike and go to Red Apple to get some food. They'll
There's e-bikes in Concrete?
Jeremy has one.
Oh, okay.
They'll go across the street to the Hub and play pool. So they're becoming pool sharks. They'll go to the ice cream parlor, get some ice cream. They have the best time there.
I've actually once again, I know that I've been to Concrete in the past, but
like Main Street or just Highway 20?
Like Main Street,
Yeah.
but not recently. I haven't been in. It's possible that I've never actually been in Concrete proper. I've only like, driven by it. I know that sounds kind of funny because unlike you, I haven't lived in New Zealand. I've lived like here my whole life. I've traveled.
You should have been there.
Yeah, and it's possible, but cute town.
Yeah, I just think that people who haven't been up there should go up there. I
love going upriver. It's great.
Awesome. I mean, and I've traveled overseas, and there's always that confusion over, oh, are you American or Canadian? And, you know, I used to be like, oh, I'm Canadian. Like, don't think I'm American. I never thought of American. But now that I've been here 12 years.
You're assimilated.
You know what, though? Like, there's great people here. There's great people in Canada. There's jerks here. There's jerks in Canada.
Yeah.
So there's jerks downriver. There's jerks upriver. You know.
The people, and actually, I think the people upriver are If I were to give my opinion, I think they're consistently nicer upriver than they are downriver.
Yeah, they are.
Like whenever
I wasn't gonna say, but it's true, guys.
Yeah. like playing Birds View, Rockport. Even Eagle.
Oh, so like the audiences, you mean?
Well, I mean just the people. I mean the same thing. You know, the people in the audience, the people that own the places.
Where have you played? I know you played at Lyman because I met you there.
Oh yeah, Lyman's up there too. Like just localized to this area or down.
Or I don't know. I don't even know how long you've been a musician. Like, what's your whole musician story? Like, did it start when you were 5? And
9. I
started
playing guitar when I was 9.
That's awesome.
Started singing when I was 20 or 21. I play all around here. I play, I think, like the furthest south that I've played, like recently, because I've
took a COVID break.
Well, it's actually kind of funny. I didn't start gigging because I play in a band.
What band?
It's a band called Ludovico.
Okay.
I don't know if we're not very famous at all. We've been doing it for a long time and we're not famous at all.
If you play the Hub, I'll probably record with you guys.
Well,
$20.
You guys is the Hub cool with because the last couple band gigs we've played, people have gotten really mad about the volume.
Oh, like it's too loud?
Yeah, too loud.
Oh, what kind of music is it?
Well, it's pretty heavy. It's like, I don't know, alternative rock. We started off as a metal band.
Okay.
Way back in the day,
okay.
we're a metal band, and then we've all grown up. We've been playing for like a decade now together.
Wow.
My brother, myself, and my brother plays bass.
Okay.
I play guitar and I sing.
Yeah.
And got a drummer, and
Okay.
we started off as a really heavy metal band, and we've kind of morphed into, I don't know, alternative rock.
So you started as a metal band, and now you're doing country on your own.
Yeah, I like with the band, it's like alternative rock, and I have to throw metal in there just because it's really pretty aggressive music.
Got it. So you just want to warn the fans.
Well, yeah. I mean, it just it has that style, you know. But when I play by myself, I turn it basically into like a country thing. Like I can pretty seamlessly.
Yeah.
But the drummer hates country, and so it's.
I hear you.
But I don't really care. I still wear a cowboy hat and whatnot when I play with him.
Do you know the band? They're from Montreal called Alexis on Fire.
Yes.
This reminds me of them because Dallas Green, who
the City and Color.
Yeah. So he left the band. He went on this solo, but he's just this folk singer now.
He was from Alex is on Fire?
Yeah.
Or Alexis. Is it Alexis on Fire or Alex is on Fire?
I always said Alexis on Fire. But that reminds me of that.
I didn't know that Dallas Green was. I know City and Color.
Yeah. So he was in that band.
Yeah.
So very different. So kind of like you're the Dallas Green of Skagit Valley.
Yeah, exactly. And then in Skagit Valley, I mean, some of my favorite places to play are, like I said, I've never played the Hub before.
Yeah.
I'm excited to do it.
Is it the 24th you're playing?
Or
did you guys talk about it yet?
Yeah, 24th.
24th. So not this Friday, next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah. Is it a pretty cool place?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I've heard it's old.
They just turned 100 on New Year's Eve. Yeah, there's ghosts there.
Really?
Well, there's ghosts in the liquor store, there's ghosts in the Hub, there's ghosts in the theater. It's a really haunted town. They do ghost walks for the month of October, usually like every Saturday. They do a couple different tours, and there's tons of volunteers that show up, and they dress up and they tell stories.
Yeah.
And obviously they embellish a little bit, but a lot of it's true.
Really?
Yeah, and people come from all over for it, like from Seattle, from Vancouver. It's really neat.
Have you experienced any ghosts in concrete?
I don't think I have. Sometimes I'll hear something when I'm working at the liquor store, but usually it's just a cat. Like there's the liquor store cats that walk around. It's usually a cat, or sometimes like Jeremy's kids will be upstairs and maybe Colin's like practicing a skateboarding move, and it's just him.
Yeah.
So,
is the liquor store a venue? Do they host live music as well?
No, they don't. They hosted my daughter's book signing because I said, I'm doing a book signing there. And he said, okay, whatever.
Is your daughter's book The Pickle?
Yeah, so it's The Pickle's the first one, and then she has The Pickle 2 it's here somewhere, and then she has the coloring book, which has the characters from The Pickle 1, The Pickle 2, just without color. That you can color.
Well, that answers my question. I saw the pickle in the book. I saw the pickle on your shirt, and I'm like, okay, I gotta.
I'm wearing pickle merch. Yeah, all that's available at our link tree, which I always put in the bio. Yeah, it's super fun. Like, I don't know if you ever know anyone who wants to create their own coloring book. It's super easy and it's free.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Yeah.
You just do it on Amazon. It's called Kindle Direct Publishing.
Oh, okay.
So basically, she draws the pictures. I just trace them on my tablet, and then we convert them to PDFs, and then upload that, and then create a cover, and then you release it. If no one buys it, we're not out anything. It doesn't matter. They only print it if someone buys it.
Oh, really?
But we bought a bunch of physical copies, which obviously cost money. But we sell copies at the Hub. We have copies at do you know Ristretto? It's a coffee shop in Mount Vernon.
No.
They do live music too, actually.
Ristretto?
Ristretto. It's right on the main drag beside, kind of near, not far from the co-op, maybe one block up from the co-op.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They actually, I think they sell wine and beer too. But,
yeah.
And if you walk in, there's just art all over the walls. It's a really cool place. Sean, the owner, really supports local artists. So we did her first book signing there. And it was cool. Like, the paper showed up, and like probably like 30 people that I work with and her friends.
30 people? Geez, that's like
really cool.
That's more than most gigs that I play.
They were coming in all day, buying her book and buying her stickers, and
the paper do a little piece on her or something.
It's on our fridge. Yeah.
That's sweet. I love Edison though.
The town's so awesome.
Yeah, I work in LaConner, so I'm pretty.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I love the whole area.
So what do you do for work?
I work out for a company called American Tug.
Okay.
American Tugs. I think it's plural. I can't remember.
You're a tugboat?
Well, it's called a tug. It was actually kind of confusing when I first worked there.
Yeah.
But no, we build boats. It's a boat builder, but they're pleasure yachts. It's got a Alaskan fishing boat mold hole, but it's a pleasure yacht.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I do out in LaConner. But I love that whole area. I love the Tide Flats, Edison, Bayview, LaConner. And I've hit up the old Edison and Longhorn a bunch of times. I'm trying to get them to have me out there.
Well, I'm trying to think. I know they do trivia at the Longhorn. Do they do live music too?
Yeah, though I think it's the old Edison seems to be geared more towards bands. It seems to be a bunch of bands out there.
Okay.
And I don't know if the Longhorn is doing live music.
I'll talk to some people.
Okay.
See if I can get you in.
Also, the corner. Oh well,
the corner's awesome.
That's what I've heard, and I've messaged them a few times.
Yeah.
But you did ask me if I know anyone out in Edison. I do. My grandfather, he's a like a legitimate cowboy up in Bow, so that's that's kind of close.
Yeah,
he's up on Bow Hill.
Oh, cool. And what does he do there?
He breeds and trains quarter horses.
Oh, cool.
For discipline of horsemanship called cutting.
Oh.
Have you seen cutting?
No.
It's where you got a bunch of calves, and you're on horseback, and they cut through the herd.
Yeah.
To single out one.
Oh, okay.
And it's it's just a competition, like reining or whatever,
Okay.
But that's what he
you're
does.
distracting me. Oh, you're so cute. Look at him, that big lip. Yeah. So I have 4 girls in my class. I call them horse girls.
Yeah.
They all ride, and they tell me all these stories, like, how was your weekend? They'll go into detail about their horse shows. And I'm just like, blank.
Oh, really?
I don't know what they're talking about. I go, okay, and then we move on. And they're rolling their eyes at me like, why do you not know what this means? Because one of them was like, I went to a tack sale. I'm like, what's tack?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then this one kid was talking about RC cars, and he went into detail about what was wrong with his RC car and what he had to fix. It was so confusing. I looked at the horse girls. I said, did you understand any of that? And they go, no. And I said, that's how I feel when you talk about horses. And they were like, oh. So they kind of got it.
Yeah, it puts it in perspective. There's we have horses.
Oh, do you guys have acreage?
No, we public board right now.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
it's all right. Unfortunately, sounds kind of bad.
So there's a place called Just a Pleasure.
Yeah.
Down here. So if you have your horse there, is that called public boarding?
Yeah, where you pay for a stall and a pasture and
okay.
Yeah, so we don't have it on our own land.
Yeah. So you have 1 horse?
2.
Oh, 2.
She's got a horse and I've got a horse.
Did you guys grow up riding horses?
She did.
Yeah, and she talked you into getting one?
Well, that's how I met her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went she gave me lessons, horseback riding lessons.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how we met.
So the first lesson you were like, that's it. You're going to marry her?
Well, She's
smiling. Wait, tell us the real story, Haley. Just kidding.
She had to. It was like the 3rd time that she brought up margaritas. That I was like, do you want to go out for margaritas sometime?
She's rolling her eyes. I don't know about that.
No, that's the story. I don't care what she says. That's the story. And she was in a horse that actually just stepped on her foot, and
really?
Yeah, she had a broken foot, and she was in a boot. And I had just bought my truck, and it's pretty. It doesn't have any running boards, and it's pretty tall.
Yeah.
I think it's lifted. The kid who had it before me lifted it, and I fed her I think 2 or 3 margaritas, and she's in this boot, and she's trying to get up into my truck, and so it was a good first date.
So yeah, my daughter, I wanted her to go because we're all about pushing her and not just getting her to do cool books, but making her suffer. That's just who we are. And so she went duck hunting once.
Suffering is good.
Yes.
I mean, like within context.
Oh, exactly. To a certain extent. So she went hunting with him. It was so cold. It was raining the entire time, and there were 0 ducks.
Yeah.
She came home.
Great experience.
She was so upset, and I was like, yes. Do you want to do that again? Like, no. I'm like, well, you're going to, but I'm glad you said no. Because you're smart. But no, she actually ran a half marathon like 2 years ago when she was 9.
I read that too. I read that.
It's true.
Was that like 13.1? 13.1?
13.1, yeah.
Jeez, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah. And I mean, I love her mindset because have you heard of the Barkley Marathon?
No.
There's a really cool documentary on it. There's a couple actually, but it's this crazy race in Tennessee, like insane. And
is it in like Barkley, Tennessee or something?
I don't know what city.
Yeah.
But basically there's kind of a map, but not really. You can't use GPS. You have to, when you get to a marker, there's a book, and you have to tear out your page of the book. So they'll give you a number like 12 or something. You have to tear out page 12. So when you do the entire loop, you have to show them all your pages because it's proof that you hit all the spots.
Yeah.
It's unreal. Like only 15 people, I think, in 10 years have even finished.
Really?
And I want to say 30 people try every year. And these are world-class athletes. Like you have to apply, and they only accept people that, can handle it. We watched the movie. We got to the end, and Olive saw the finishers, and she's looking at the names, and she goes, "There's no girls." I said, nope. And she's like, I'm going to be the first girl.
So her
and
dream
I
is
just started crying, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Yeah, we went to the Bigfoot 200. It's a 200-mile race around Mount St. Helens. We went to that, and she like wants to be like, you know, the youngest girl to finish that, and it's pretty cool. So she definitely sets her sights high, and she went to a mountain school camp with her friends a few months ago. It was really cold. I said, all right, it's gonna be cold. She goes, I know, I'm fine, I'll be ready for it. I go, yeah, but your friends are gonna complain the whole time. She goes, I know. What are you gonna say? She goes, and so we've been practicing this. So she'll say life is suffering. And so she got home and she goes, Mom, I had to say life is suffering 4 times. I'm like, you said to 4 different kids? She's like, no, the same kid 4 times.
Yeah. Wow. What a phrase to coach your daughter to say.
I know. I teach that way too. So I don't sugarcoat it for the 7-year. It's just hard. So like, you performing on stage to someone, that's like a marathon. Like, I don't know how you can do that. I could never do that, you know.
Well, it's a marathon to me too, performing on stage. Yeah, it's because I get terrible stage fright.
Do you?
Oh, I get awful stage fright.
Wow. With your band or solo or both?
Solo is way more unnerving than with a band, but but yeah, no, it's some nights are better than others, but I got to push myself to. Yeah. And also, you know, any gig, there's no gig under 2 hours, so it's kind of a marathon in itself. And I just play straight through. I don't like to take any breaks anyway.
Now, do you play originals?
Yeah, I play like 50-50 originals and covers.
What are some like popular covers that you like?
Well, like outside of, I play a whole bunch of country tunes. Most of the covers are country tunes, but like first of all, outside of that, I'll do like "Don't Look Back in Anger" by Oasis. That's one of that gets such a good reaction. People love that song when I play it. I love Oasis.
That was our karaoke song in Korea.
Was it really? I love that's a great song.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah, it's funny because I just recently, and I've told this on stage the past couple times I played it. I had a friend, or I have a friend at work, who he knows music. He's you know, like I can bounce an artist off him or something, and he knows what I'm talking about. But I asked him the other day, I was like, "You like Oasis?" And he laughed at me. Because they get a lot of a lot of people don't like Oasis, you know, but I think they're pretty cool.
I actually forgot about them until you
exactly. You know, they're kind of like a blast from the past, like a time machine to the 90s. And I play I'll play "In My Life" by the Beatles. Okay. You know that tune? Yeah.
How about, I was just thinking Zach Michaud. Do you know Zach?
No. Oh wait, Zach Michaud. Is that how you pronounce his name? Yeah. I thought it was Michaud or something like that.
His
Zach plays everywhere.
His new album is called "The D Is Silent."
No, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's French. But anyway,
that definitely sounds French. I had no idea. I was like, Zach Michaud. Who's that? I know Zach.
He likes to play Eminem.
That's
what. So it's funny because he'll play it, and then after like maybe a few seconds, you're like, Is he playing Eminem?
Does he sing it or something? Or
well, he does. It's almost like a 90s hip hop mashup. He'll do a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
Like he'll do I think he does the thong song too, and he'll just do a bunch of kind of hip hop R&B all together, but kind of like in an acoustic way. Anyway,
I've heard him be called the Rolodex of songs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because he has up in Bellingham. It was really cool. At this, really? I guess you just rent the space. It's called the Happy Place.
I saw you put that on the internet.
Cool.
I'm always whenever people put places that I haven't seen before, I'm always like looking it up to be like, oh, what's that place like? Yeah. I've never heard of the Happy Place before.
It was really neat because like people could just bring their own drinks if they wanted. But the bands brought a bunch of beer and then they were just selling them.
Yeah. Is that legal?
I guess so. I think they were posting about it. I don't drink, so I drink this non-alcoholic beer, and I brought a bunch of that. And Zach doesn't drink either. His sobriety date's just after mine, so we shared that when we were talking. But so he drinks this kind of stuff too. So I brought a 6-pack for me and him
of non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. But yeah, he likes to do all kind of weird sort of mashups like that. Yeah.
He gets around. He plays everywhere.
I don't think anyone plays more than he does.
No.
It's crazy. Yeah.
There's a couple people. You ever heard of like Michael David?
Local?
Yeah.
No.
I follow him too. He's this guy. He's really talented.
From Skagit, or
he plays kind of up in like Whatcom County, but he'll come down for like Eagle Haven and stuff. And he's another guy that I'm always like looking at his schedule because he plays like seemingly 7 nights a week. And so I'm like, okay, if there's some place that he's playing that I've never heard of, you know, I'm messaging that venue.
Yeah. So I know Zach, he does have a daughter who doesn't live here, but like I'm thinking, you know, Zach's just like a single guy. So I'm sure for you it's hard, you know, playing during the week. Or, you know, because you probably work Monday through Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So having a show during the week is probably a little bit rougher.
Some, you know, it depends. Like,
it depends on where it is.
Yeah, it depends on where.
You guys live in Cedro?
Yes. Yeah, we live right there up on the hill.
Oh, cool.
Like, you know, Janicki Fields.
Yeah.
If you just go like up into the hill. North. That's where Garden of Eden is.
Yeah.
But there's some good venues that like I love. Like if it's doable, if I can get there, if I can clock out and get there, I love like weekday gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's I fill my it's kind of like double dipping a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because I try to play like 4 or 5 gigs a month at least.
Yeah.
And so if I play some weekday gigs and just kind of hoss it out, then maybe there's a weekend comes up that I'm free and I don't have to.
Weekend,
yeah.
Nice. Well, it's cool that you can play places like the Lyman Tavern and bring your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's what the hub's like too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do they allow minors?
Oh yeah, Jeremy's kids are there singing karaoke.
Sweet. There's been a couple bad times. Like there's a place that, well, I guess it was one bad time, and then I learned to check.
You thought it was all ages?
Well, yeah, like there's a place called the Thirsty Badger up in Linden, which is a really cool place. I love it. But the Thirsty Badger, yeah, it's a beer bar, but like we went all the way up there an hour and, you know, however long it is to Linden, and then they're like, no, you can't bring your baby in here. Well, actually, what happened, it wasn't even, because she was out there, I think, like, breastfeeding or something like that. Okay. And I was already, like, 4 songs into the set, and then
and then she walked
this woman comes up to me, and she's, like, looking like plaintively at me, and I'm in the middle of a song, you know, and I'm like, what? And I stopped playing. She's like, yeah, your wife and baby are waiting outside. They can't be in here. I was like, are you serious? You're not gonna come on, you're not gonna let the.
So did you cut your set really short?
I went out there and I talked to her, and my wife is amazing, and so she was like, we're up here, you know, you're committed, just I'll be out in the car.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, we can go home, you know, I got no problem going home.
So your shows right now are mostly solo. Is the band coming out at some point?
It's kind of.
Has it been since COVID? Kind of hard to get back. Or?
It's kind of strange. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. It's hard to get gigs for our style of music. I love playing with those guys, you know. But yeah, like I've been really active by myself as of late.
Yeah.
But we still try to play like every weekend or every other weekend or whatever, you know.
Well, hey, maybe next time Jeremy wants to put a band on the hub, on the roof of the hub, you could do it. That's what he did for opening.
On the roof of the hub?
He had a band on the roof.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. And it was crazy because if you look at the back of the hub, there was this like just ladder. And they had to cart all the equipment
up a ladder.
Oh yeah, and it was
that would be ridiculous.
It was just a regular ladder. It wasn't anything special. I said, that looked We got like super heavy tube amps.
But I should what do you call it? Do a plug here because we did release like a 4-song little album just recently. The band did on Spotify. It's everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. What are some of the other things? Amazon, whatever. Google Play. I had a bad dream last night. In fact, it was a nightmare. My girl and I had a fight, but it wasn't you that stood there. And I woke up in a panic, but I soon was put at ease. 'Cause as soon as I turned over, I saw you laying next to me. So girl, it's no surprise that I fight monsters in my sleep more often than I used to, 'cause proportionately I still have the same amount of dreamlike pleasantries. And these days my nights ain't always sunshine, but with you I have my good dreams in the daytime. And each new day I come to, I tell my girl to pinch me, a dream too good to be true, but it's just so damn convincing. And I woke up in a panic, but I soon was put at ease, 'cause as soon as I turned over, I saw you laying next to me. So girl, it's no surprise that I fight monsters in my sleep more often than I used to, 'cause proportionately I still have the same amount of dreamlike pleasantries. And these days my nights ain't always sunshine, but with you I have my good dreams in the daytime.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're definitely the Dallas Green of Skagit Valley.
Thank you very much.
That was
I'll start
awesome.
knowing myself as that.
There you go. Well, wait, do you have tattoos though?
No.
See, he's got big sleeves,
Oh,
right?
does he
So
really?
You'll start working on.
Yeah,
I'll talk to my guy Anthony. We'll get those. We'll get those going.
I'll just go over there. I'll pick everything out of the book.
Cool. All right. So you're playing at the Hub Friday. Where else are you playing? Or do you just post your gigs on Facebook, or how do you?
I do a really bad job of advertising all my gigs. So
Okay.
I just post them on Facebook.
Yeah, which is fine. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta do a better job of advertising. I gotta get an Instagram.
Well, you know Zach Michaud.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
He
got
does
a
a great job.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
he's got a great Instagram, and he seems to always have like new posters of like these like really bizarre posters
Yeah.
like for the next gig that he's playing.
Well, I asked him a question about a song, and he goes, "Oh, I don't know why that song. I just picked that song because it was a recommendation." I said, "Oh, I assumed your assistant made the post." He's like, "I don't have an assistant." So now I blame his assistant for everything. I'm like, "Oh, your assistant might not have told you that." So there you go.
Well, I'm playing at Elemental Hard Cider in Arlington this Saturday.
The 18th.
Is that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the day
Yeah.
after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So
Day after St.
Arlington,
Patrick's.
Got it.
Elemental Hard Cider. That's at 6, I believe.
Cool.
6 or 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Then the Hub.
On the 24th.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing at a vet clinic on the
No, you're
on
not.
the 25th. Is it the 20?
How did that?
I was playing down in Woodinville, and there was a British guy and his wife there, and they really love the Oasis tune, and so they're opening up a vet clinic, and I'm playing the grand opening.
What?
She texted me today. Yeah, she goes, "Hey, so we got."
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, whatever, I'll take any gig. I've played at golf courses. I've played in really strange places."
That's awesome.
But she texted me today, and she's like, "Hey, just making sure that we're still confirmed for the 25th. There's 200 people that are gonna be there."
And
I'm
you're like, is it all ages? Is this that clinic all
Yeah.
ages?
might get crazy. I was just, I was surprised that there's gonna be 200 people at a vet clinic. I was
This
like,
might be your biggest crowd.
I know. I was like, this could possibly like be the rowdiest show of the year.
They're all chanting Oasis.
And a bunch of feral cats running around and stuff.
Do you have any other other gigs coming up, or is those are the top 3 coming up soon? Yeah.
I'm playing the Lyman Tavern on the 1st of April as well.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's a Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday, yeah. Beginning of spring break. You might have lots of teachers in there.
Is that the beginning?
Ready to let loose? Yeah. Well, at least in Burlington. Usually Burlington and Cedar are roughly the same.
I'd be happy. Yeah, I would come out to the Lyman Tavern, and then Birdsview later that month.
Oh, nice. I've never seen live music at Birdsview. They
Really?
have live music all the time.
Birdsview's awesome. Birdsview's one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a good time. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Conrad.
Thanks for having me.
Fun. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
All right. Take it easy.